Hey guys, how you doing? Happy to have you here. This is the Academy Answers podcast where we talk about happiness, success, full potential. We discuss the questions that we get from our blog, from our YouTube, from the podcast, wherever we do on our email list. People reach out to us because of articles or videos or comments we make, and it stimulates a conversation. And we decided to start to do this podcast because we know that for sure human beings have similar issues, and if someone is going through an issue, somebody have a concern, it's usually common among many other people. So this podcast is to scale the answers, to scale our perspective, to get it out to more people, as much people as possible. So if they're coming into the problem, if they're in the problem, if they ever have a friend who is in that type of problem, then the answer would have already been there, and we don't have to keep answering it all over again. And for the people who don't know how to reach us immediately, or who need that solution in the moment, they might stumble upon this, because what we believe in is, if you put a body of work, a body of energy, positive energy into the universe, those who need it will, for some unexplained reason or through some unexplained channel, maybe the reticular activating system in the brain, they will come upon it at that point in time. As the saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So many times in our life, we get that ha-ha moment, we get that exact piece of information at the exact time when it is well needed. That friend call, mom call, your wife call, your teacher, your co-worker come in and say something, and it was exactly what you need when you need it. And that is why we do what we do. Not everything on the planet is black and white. Things happen outside of your realm of understanding. We don't know why it happened, but that's how it works. So you cannot go against it. You cannot go on top of the roof and jump off and argue about why you fall. There's gravity in the universe. You work with gravity. You can't fully explain it. It's just the force that pulls down, and you go on and you try to make the best of it, and you make common sense decisions around it. So we are doing a common sense decision around content, around a body of knowledge. Like when they wrote the Bible, when they write those Think and Grow Rich, when they write How to Win Friends and Influence People, when they write Rich Dad, Poor Dad, when they write the comics you read, whatever. It helps you. It's there for you. The music, the everything, the art that relieves you, nature is there so that you can still get tranquility, can still get value from it. That's how the world continues. The world continues by people believing that there's something larger than them, and they have a duty and obligation to pay into that, because they are here because of that. So there's a comment that came on a thread that I did a blog on, and the comment came in the middle of, I don't know exact thread, but I remember this comment standing out to me, where the person was saying, we got to work hard, but we want to see the results of our hard work. And I think I said on the thread that intermediaries and beginners shouldn't care about results, because they should just worry about the process and the work. And one guy came at me and said, hey, what are you talking about? Everybody needs to know results. How are you going to test? How are you going to do this? And I thought I might open this up for people who are about to give up, people who are so consumed and so taken up and focus on result, and they're not getting the result they want, and they want to do something about that. And I wanted to put some light on that. So results are expected. They're sweeteners. They're what you go into things for. You start out because you want a specific result, and usually the idea is you want to solve a problem. And when you start to do something else to solve the problem, you actually want results to show that this is going well. So you're starting a business and you're going out there to sell shoes or hats because you don't have enough money, or you want to have a business so you can be free to dictate your own life and not have to punch a clock and not have to listen to people, or you grew up without shoes and you have a passion to help people to have better shoes. So you have this manufacturer who sell this nice shoes and you think that there's a business in there and you want to go and do it. So when you go out there and you start to sell your shoes, you want to sell 15. If you go into a market and you sell 2, you expected to sell 15, you sell 2, you want to know why you didn't sell 15, and the 2 is the result. So you are downhearted. So someone said that you have to care about this result, and you must do this, and why would I not pay attention to that result? I get it, I understand it, but looking at the 2, looking at the immediate result when you're just starting out, when you're just beginning, predicating what you will do next on the result of 2 and a poor result is the worst thing to do when you're just getting in, or when you're, barely in yet, or when you're just 25% in. Because life has a way to ask for your dues. Life has a way to ask for a specific amount of effort, a specific amount of hours spent before it starts to deliver to you. You can call it testing, you can call it owning your skills, you can call it paying your dues, you can call it the initial stages, whatever you want to call it. Life is going to demand a certain amount of effort from you. In one book, I think it was Stephen Coley who called it your 10,000 hours. And I often tell people that the initial stages of anything you're doing, whether you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, whether you're starting a business, whether you're learning, doing in school, going through your normal education, it's not for them. I might have said that wrong initially. The initial stages is not for anyone else. It's not for results. It's not for your audience. It is more for you. Because you need those hours of practice. You need those hours of refining. You need those hours of feedback so you can become better. When that feedback comes, when that refining is done, when that initial work is done, you get to improve. You get to do practice. You get to figure it out. You have to, like singers, they have to get their voices by singing a lot. They're in the studio, they're working out. It hardly matters to the audience. It's about them. It's about getting those hours in. So if you're starting out and you're expecting, this time I was, when I was into music and I went I was all around the place going to studios. We were doing a lot of rehearsals at the job that I used to work. Another guy and I, we wanted to be artists, performers. So we were rehearsing in the building. The manager was our friend. We work at the head office. He was at the store, and the manager was our friend. But then upstairs, we used to work out, just put our little component sets and get a microphone, and then we would play the rhythm, and then we would sing on that rhythm all evening and just freestyling and just practicing and owning our skills, writing songs, everything. And this time that we decided, look, we're going to step out. There was this competition in this after work jam club in the city, and we went there and saying like, oh, look, we're going to go on this competition today. We're going to perform. We went there and they were calling up people to perform. So I went up, took the mic and started to sing and perform, and the whole place was eating out of my hands. Everybody liked the song. It was going good. They loved it. It was great. I got a rowdy round of applause, an encore, everything was good. And I was spooked, for want of a better word, by that result. what did I do after that Friday evening? Saturday I chilled, Sunday I chilled, Monday same thing, Tuesday same thing, Wednesday same thing, Thursday same thing, no work. Went back on stage the Friday, go back and like, look, I have this, I'm gonna do this, this is good. The people went crazy last week. When I went back on stage this week, pulled another song, resounding boo. I had to put away the mic and I came off. What I did next was worse than what I did the first week when I just had it good and I never did any more work. This week, when I never had it good, I gave up. I said I'm not going back up there. That is what I'm talking about. I got a result, a bad result, and instead of taking it out to work it, to do something with it, I didn't show up again. I heard Kobe said that too. God bless his soul. He said that he grew up in Italy, I think, or France. And he loved basketball. Everybody in Europe loved soccer. So in the evenings, everybody was playing soccer. And then he was playing soccer, waiting for his mom to pick him up. After all the kids leave, finish playing soccer, he would stay back and practice basketball for 2 hours. The first time he went into the summer league, the summer kids camp basketball league, he scored nothing. He was playing all the time, all season, all the games. He scored nothing. Went back to school September, did the same training routine every evening after soccer. Everybody left. He was there by himself 2 hours. All the summer, he improved. He went back the year after that and did the same thing all year round. The other summer, he was MVP. Nobody could get him. He beat everybody. His team won. He was on top of it. You see the difference between watching a poor result and reacting to that poor result and not caring about the initial result and continue to do what you do. That's the power of that. So the initial stages, my friend, is not for them, it's for you. You cannot pay attention to results. Beginners don't pay attention to results. Beginners continue to perfect the craft and the hustle and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. That's what you do as a beginner. That's what you do as an intermediary. You take this thing, you decide that this is where you want to go. It doesn't matter how you sound. It doesn't matter how you look. You keep going and refining. And there's a power in immersion because you're immersing yourself. If you immerse yourself enough and you stay at it enough and you are a learner, you will always be learning and you will always be doing. If you're learning and doing, there's nothing to stop you. Because what will happen? You'll see the pitfalls, you'll see the mistakes, you'll be paying attention to what works, you will be looking at how other people doing, and you'll be re-engineering and reverse engineering all these people who are there. Because you will learn to model. You will learn to do, you will learn to test, you'll learn to take action, and you'll learn to apply the tricks and the strategies. Because you're not going to sit there all the time just doing. If you're a learner and not taking notes, you'll be also taking notes from those who are doing it at a higher level. And that's how you get it right, my friend. That's why I said to you, and that's why I'm saying to you, that it doesn't matter your results, man. Don't pay attention to your results. When I was starting to blog on Facebook in 2014, or 2013, I think it was, I woke up every single morning for 734 days and wrote a post. I just blogged. It never had any images. It didn't, the grammar was wrong. The spellings were off, everything. I just did it and did it and did it and did it and did it. It took me 1 full year after deciding to do videos before I decided to put the camera in front of me and post a video online. I was petrified. Now I do it easily. I don't care. I just do it. Because what? when I go back and look at all the guys who are crushing it on blogs, on YouTube, and I go back 3, 4, 5 years and look at their videos, they were crappy. Everybody have to be crappy, because here's the magic. When you started out on something, initially, Michael Jackson started out singing, could sing like whoa as a kid. When did he sing Thriller? He was singing since he was 13 years old. When did he sing Thriller? Maybe 21. 8 years. So people think that it's an overnight deal and, you know, these guys just get the talent and it. Look, talent is what you use to get started. The skill is what you develop from staying in the field of that talent and working it over and over and over and over again. Putting in your 10,000 hours. I was telling you that I was writing this thing for 743 days. No, I'm not asking any. I asked one friend once, like, what do you think about my articles? Once I ever did it. I don't know why I did it, because I'm not into doing that sort of stuff. And she said, oh, they're too long. You know, you should make them shorter. I didn't listen to that crap. They weren't even long. They were like 600 words. Now you can't rank something on Google unless it's 2,000 words. What are you talking about? You know, so a lot of us are listening to people, taking advice from people who have never done it. You go into your mom, who is a manager for a law firm, to ask them about money, or you go into your mom who works in a kitchen to ask them about business, and you're taking advice from friends who work all their lives to ask them about business, or people who have broken relationships to ask them about relationship. You're asking people's opinion who don't know anything about what you're asking them. That's crazy. So don't ask anybody any opinion. Don't seek approval. Just go out there, stay in your corner, and pump out the work. That's how you do it. Because that's what works. Not listening to this, listening to that, paying attention to this, doubting this, wanting results tomorrow morning. That never works, man. You got to put in the work. I heard Kevin Hart saying it, and you can listen to all these guys. Just go, just listen. Just go on YouTube, type in anybody who you think is wildly successful, and listen to their journey. Tyler Perry, Oprah, Jim Carrey. Just listen. It's out there to understand the process. Doesn't pay attention to initial results. It pay attention to initial action. Full stop. Your determination to be consistent, to be persistent, to be obsessed, and to immerse yourself into the thing. And keep doing it until you get better at it. And that's how you do it. No other way. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.